Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my June favorites. I really want to apologize for the lateness of this video because I know it's going to go up like pretty late for a favorites video, but I have some stuff that I really want to talk about, and I honestly do love filming my favorites videos. It's just the video that I get to just sit down and talk to you guys, and I feel like we just have like our little girl talk kind of moment when I film my favorites videos. So I definitely didn't want to skip the month at all because like I said, I do have some stuff I want to talk about. I'm gonna rush through some stuff because I've really like talked about them, I feel like, enough on my channel already, and you guys are gonna know what I'm talking about once I bring them up. But I do have some other products that I really want to mention to you guys, and yeah, so if you guys are interested in seeing what my favorites this month were, and I have a not so favorite that I'm also going to talk about, then just keep on watching. Alright, so the first thing we're going to talk about is these are the things that I've already really talked about and touched on this like entire month on my channel, but I do want to give them like another quick mention because they really have been my favorites, and I feel wrong not mentioning them on my favorites this month because like I've been obsessed with them. More so, I just want to talk about these three. My Ole Henrickson Balancing Force Oil Control Toner. This stuff is absolutely amazing if you have oily skin, guys. This really does help control your oil and really reset the balance in your skin without stripping it. I have to talk about my hyaluronic acid. I am so obsessed with hyaluronic acid. I mentioned in my skincare video like the products, holy grail products for oily skin. In that video I talked about how if you have oily skin you should really invest in really good hyaluronic acid. This one is pretty amazing. What I love about hyaluronic acid is it really just helps balance out your skin. So if you have oily skin, it helps control those oils and keep them under control, and it's also a really hydrating product, which I know for oily skin people hydrating is really like scary to hear because we already produce so much oil. We don't want to put like more moisture into our skin because we feel like we're going to produce more oil, when in fact it's the opposite. We want to hydrate more so we produce less oil, and that's really how our skin works, and hyaluronic acid really helps with that. And then just this guy, which has been my best friend, the love of my life that I go to bed with every single night. This is the Ole Henrickson Invigorating Night Transforming Gel. This has definitely transformed my skin into something just that I'm so thankful for, and I'm so like I absolutely love this product. I love going to sleep with it. I love waking up to my skin just feeling a lot more rejuvenated. My pores are so much smaller. My fine lines, like everything is just like dope now, and I know it's because of this guy. Since I've added this into my skincare regimen, like my skin has been so flippin' snatched. Like honestly, this is amazing. Again, I mentioned all of these products in my last video where I talk about like oily skin. So if you guys want to see that video, I will link it down below, or I'll put it at the end of the video, or I'll pop it up somewhere around here just so you guys can go watch it if you guys are interested. They're amazing. I'm not getting emotional. It's not like that, but it's like that. They're really dope. Now that I got those out of the way, I do want to talk about one book that I have been reading. This is an amazing book. It's called You Don't Have to Like Me. It's by Alida Nugent, and this book is straight up just about feminism, which I know feminism is such a like weird subject now. I feel like feminists have gone such a bad rep through the years, like just a bunch of man-hating creatures. I feel like that's what people assume when they hear feminist, and it's definitely not like that. And this book really shows you what a feminist is and what a feminist is like honestly supposed to be. It's just supposed to be about having choices and about equality, not putting another gender down, not putting anybody else down, but just being equal. And she's hilarious. The author of this book has me dying. She touches on a lot of touchy subjects, but the way she goes about writing about feminism is in such an educated, like right way that I think we can all agree on. I think feminism is really important. This is coming from somebody who in my culture, you know, women aren't looked at the same as men. You know, when you grow up Hispanic and when you grow up like really old school like my family did, you know, women are just looked at as the housewives that should just stay in the kitchen and have babies. And I was never with that, fam. Like honest to God, like I have always been really against that. I've always said, like since I was a little girl, like that's not gonna be the life I'm gonna live. I'm gonna be an independent woman who knows how to provide for herself, and I'm gonna give myself that choice, and I'm gonna give myself that option. And this book really opened my eyes to a lot of things, and I kind of understand like more of myself as a kid, but I also understand like the generation before me. I don't know, it's a really eye-opening book, but I was never with that. Like I really wasn't. Growing up I was like, I'm not gonna be that wife, I'm not gonna be that woman, I'm not gonna be that girl. If I'm gonna learn to cook, it's gonna be because I want to learn how to cook. If I want to clean, it's gonna be because I want to clean. If I want to get a job, I'm gonna get my damn self a fucking job. If I want to work, I'm gonna work and I'm gonna provide for myself. And best believe, when Autumn is of age, I'm gonna make her read this book when she's like 13, like maybe even earlier. Like I want her to grow up knowing that just because she's a woman, you know, it doesn't mean anything other than you're a fucking woman and you are strong, you are capable, you are independent, and you're gonna be able to do and provide for your damn self, which is something that we need to really instill in ourselves as well as in the generations to come, which is like a goal of mine. I know I kind of went on a little tangent, but this is just a really awesome book. I'm almost done with it. I got mine off of Amazon. I got it for like $2 because I buy used, but I mean I got it in perfect condition. Like it was like brand new when I got it. I spilled some tea on it because story of my life, I spilled tea on literally everything, but it's a great book and I highly recommend it. I mean it doesn't hurt like to educate yourself on stuff like this, and I'm somebody who like I'm fucking down for the cause. Like I believe in feminism since as far as I can remember. Like trust me, I've gone in arguments with my brothers, with my dad, with a lot of people in my life because I feel so strongly for it. I definitely don't want to start any controversy in the comment section. Please keep it lovely or keep it moving. This is just how I feel and I feel very passionate about it. It's been a favorite of mine and it's a book that I've been reading and it's a book that I love and that I highly recommend. So let's move on to some makeup. I have to mention these guys. These are my Coastal Scents palettes that I created. I actually got them, I believe like in the beginning of the month or maybe like 2 weeks ago. But these are honestly the only palettes that I've been using since I received them, especially this one. Pretty sure you guys can tell, like I've dug into this one. It's basically been a part of my makeup routine since I got them. I created this one in mind and then I just got these like mist in the mail. When I got them, I actually just focused on building this one because I really wanted a palette that was going to be my perfect summer palette that I could go day to night with. And you know, colors like this, oranges and peaches, are just my favorite colors for eyeshadows, and I wanted something to have that would complement it to turn it into a more colorful look or a more nighttime appropriate look, because I really just do more fresh face day looks, but I do want to start doing more night looks on my channel because I want to give you guys, you know, some more variety. But yeah, I really love these palettes. I built this one, like I was the one that like specifically chose every color for this palette. When I got them, they come in single packs. They come individually wrapped and you build your own palette because the palettes come separately as well. And it was funny because Beebs actually built this one. He was the one that like lined them up in the color because when I first received them, he was here visiting and he actually built this palette, and I love the way he built it. Like you could tell a guy built it because they're not in any order. They're not in any proper order or anything. They're just kind of just thrown in there. And this one, I was really meticulous of how I built it, but I still like, I haven't moved a single palette. It makes me laugh when I look at it because you could tell a guy just built this palette. But I love these eyeshadows and I'm a huge fan of them. People sleep on Coastal Scents eyeshadows. They stay sleeping on them and I'm just trying to wake people up. They have great pigmentation, they're great quality, and they're like $1.99. They're $1.99. Before I got my Coastal Scents eyeshadows, this was the palette that I was using every single day of my life. Mainly just this side. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, you know, I keep it real here. Like I don't really dive into this section. I'm trying to get into more like nighttime colors, but your girl is more of a fresh face, not like a... I keep it over here. Your girl's just... Yeah, but I really do love this palette. It's a perfect everyday palette. I'm more attracted towards matte eyeshadows in the summer because I like my skin to be glowy and not so much like my eyes. I feel like I have to really balance out my makeup because I have oily skin. I don't like to have like really glittery eyes and then like really dewy skin. One or the other is kind of like the way I like to do my makeup, and I know not everybody's like that, and I'm not, you know, by any way, shape, or form. I'm not the law, guys. Like I take everything I say with a grain of salt. Just because it works for me doesn't mean it's gonna have to work for you. Like that's not personally me. I like to have like more matte eyes and like glowy kind of skin as of now. I'm sure that'll switch over eventually, but right now your girl's like in that kind of situation, and this has been my go-to palette for that before I got these in the mail because I kind of like use both a lot now and I use them in conjunction with each other. The next product I want to talk about is this guy right here. This is the powder that your girl twerked for, and I'm still not ashamed of it. When I saw this powder, because because I've been on the hunt for it. Since I knew that Maybelline was going to release a Fit Me Loose setting powder, I was excited. I couldn't wait to get my hands on it. I think Maybelline, the one thing they know how to get right, in my opinion, are foundations and powders. Almost every single powder that I've tried from Maybelline, I've loved. I love the Maybelline Super Stay. I love the Maybelline Oil Control powder. I love the Dream Mousse powder. Like, there's not many powders from Maybelline that I don't love. And you guys know that the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation and the Maybelline Dream Liquid Mousse foundations are like my favorite foundations of all time. So when I heard they were coming out with this guy, which is like a hybrid of my favorite things in the world, I was so stoked. So you bet your bottom dollar that my bottom was shaking in that aisle when I saw it at Walmart. It was completely sold out on Amazon. It was completely sold out on the Maybelline website. I couldn't find it anywhere, and everybody on YouTube was talking about it, and I was like mad jealous that I just couldn't find it. So when I finally found it, I was gonna buy two because I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna find it again, but this was the last one they had in my shade, and it is what I'm wearing under my eyes and what I set my concealer with. This is a little bit lighter than my skin tone, a tiny bit. If I were to want like a lighter Kardashian kind of lift and kind of lightness to my face, I would have gotten the shade under, which I think is 15, which I think I'm gonna have to get for the winter time once this tan goes away, because we are in summer and your girl's been tanning. This is such a great powder. It gives you such a flawless finish. It really does help keep your oils under control, and I love the tint that it has to it. It doesn't leave like a stark white cap. You know, it doesn't give flashback, which I love, and it's just a gorgeous powder. You can bake with it because it does have a grit. It's not super finely milled. It has a grit, and I just love the color, and I love everything about it, and it's so affordable. It's like $5.99, and it works so well. And this is the powder that I've been using literally almost every day, literally to set my entire face and to bake with, and it's just perfection. Like, Maybelline, high five, because you get it. Next two items are super bougie. I'm not hesitant to talk about them, but like I said, guys, please take this with a grain of salt. They are expensive products. Both of these products, I honest to God believe are worth your money. The first one I'm going to talk about is my YSL Touchy Clot Blur Primer. This is a bougie ass primer to the point where there's gold in here. And honestly, like, I don't really care for the gold flecks. I'm more for the formula in here, because I swear to you, this is like a Facetune filter for your face without the app. What I'm saying is, this gives you like that filter kind of effect without, you know, before the photography, before the iPhone, before the selfie, before all that. This gives you real life. Like, it blurs everything, gives you the smoothest skin, and I was shocked that I liked this so much. This was sent to me, and when I read that this has 4 different oils in it, like in the formula, added on to my oils, that's about to be 5 different oils on my face. I was like, this isn't going to work for me. This is going to be one of those products that I'm probably going to have to give away because my skin type is not going to allow for it. But this actually works really well for me, and you guys know I have oily skin, yet it works really well. It gives you such a glowing from within look, yet it doesn't make you look greasy. Being completely transparent, I do use a mattifying foundation over it just because of my personal tendencies. This is such a great primer. It really blurs everything. It adheses to your makeup, and like I said, it gives it just a nice little boost of radiance. Not a greasy chicken radiance, not a you ran a freaking mile in 6 minutes type of radiance. None of that. It just gives you a very lit from within, healthy skin, hydrated skin, moisturized skin. It'll blur out your life, your ex, your bills. Just kidding. Pay your bills. The next one I'm going to talk about is, oh, you guys were expecting this one. I'm pretty sure you guys were expecting this one. This is the Givenchy Mr. Groom Eyebrow Gel. It has another name, but I just call it the eyebrow gel because it is an eyebrow gel. That's what it is. It is from Givenchy. It's expensive. I think it's like $27, and almost $30 for an eyebrow gel is crazy. I understand. I'm there with you guys. I get it. Your girl feels for it. This was sent to me, but trust me, it's gonna hurt when I repurchase this, because I am going to repurchase this. This is definitely something that is worth my investment, because your girl's eyebrows, honestly, on a bad day, they could be caterpillars. On a good day, they probably look like caterpillars. I know, you know, thick eyebrows aren't for anybody, and I definitely get those like comments like on a regular basis, like, hey, your eyebrows are like really nice, but like, wouldn't you, like, haven't you ever thought of like just taking them down like half the size? And I'm like, no, I definitely get those like little passive aggressive comments about my eyebrows, you know, being too thick or whatever. I live for thick eyebrows. I love my eyebrows. I love the thickness of them. I love how full they are, and I wouldn't trade my eyebrows for the world. I know they're not for everybody, but I'm not for everybody, and you know, I'm not gonna judge anybody for having thin eyebrows either. Like, that's just not the name of my game. If you like it, you rock it, you own it, you style it, you work it, you do you. I'm with my big eyebrows, and I love my big eyebrows, and this is an eyebrow gel that works for my big eyebrows because I have very thick, coarse eyebrow hairs that love to be rebellious and move and do their own thing. When I'm like, stay in your place, they don't. And this is the only eyebrow gel that I have found that really keeps them locked up, feathery brow position, which I've definitely liked to wear my eyebrows like feathered up. Like when I put this in, I definitely do feather my eyebrows up. If you guys saw my eyebrow tutorial, you guys know what I'm talking about. I like to brush my hairs up, and I like them to stay that way just because I really like that kind of feathered brow look that's going on right now, and this gives that to me. My long comb one does that as well. I really love my long comb one, but this one I find that wears a lot longer, just a little bit more powerful than that one. Packaging is a little weird, but the product inside is phenom. And it's $30. And what? Yeah, it'll hurt me because that's like a pair of shoes, but my brows are a big deal to me. So it hurts to talk about. It really does, because I was expecting more from this. Actually, this is probably my first disappointing product from this brand. This is the, I literally have kept it in its packaging because I'm probably going to give this away to somebody that it will work for, because it just didn't work for me. This is the YSL Eye Duo Smoker, and I got mine in the shade Smoky Brown because I love smoky browns and bronzes and all that stuff. It's just my cup of tea. This, however, I don't live for this. Like, YSL, come on, you level with me here. We both know you dropped the ball on this one. But you're YSL. For the price point that you're at, like, you shouldn't be dropping the ball on anything. Like, what happened? I was mad disappointed with this product, guys. This is one of those, like, I figured this would be the perfect, like, everyday on the go type of product. It's like, it's one of these duo-ended kind of crayon looking things, and the initial swatches are gorgeous. Like, I'll give them that. The initial swatches are gorgeous, but it's once you start blending them out and you wear them that you find that they just don't really blend out amazingly. The gold shade, for instance, when you really blend it out, like when you tap this on your eyelid, it literally fades into nothing. I've worn the gold one alone. I didn't like it. I found that you have to set it with a powder because it creases, but once you set it with a powder, it does that thing where the powder and the cream separates and you have literal actual gunk on your eyes. Same thing with the brown. When you try to set it with a powder, it separates, but if you don't set the brown with a powder, it literally gets so oily that it starts looking transparent and it breaks up on your eye, and you just kind of, it looks like you have an oily brown thing over your eyelid. It doesn't look like eyeshadow anymore, and it doesn't work for my eyelids. Maybe because I have oily eyelids and it just kind of rips through the formula. It didn't work for me, but I've used this over, you know, eye primer, concealer, and it just didn't work for me. But I have other products that are way less expensive that don't do this. My Maybelline color tattoos don't do that. They don't break up on my lids. I could set them with a powder and it'll only amplify the actual product underneath. YSL, I'ma just need you to do better. Come on now. I still love you though. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed my favorites and not so favorites of the month. If you guys would be kind enough to please let me know what your favorites were down below, because I'd love to check out new products. And I love the recommendations you guys give me, because you guys give me like some pretty dope recommendations. I'm open to any and all recommendations. Sorry if this video was a little too on the tangent, controversial side, but sometimes you guys are gonna get that side of me, because your girl has opinions and your girl's Latin, so she gets to feel whatever she wants. Alright guys, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I love you guys. Please remember to keep it lovely or keep it moving. I love you guys. If nobody has told you today, I'm gonna tell you, I think you're dope and I think you could do whatever, boy, girl, or anything in between. Mwah! Have a great day, guys.